We are up to the sixth Mishnah in the fourth Perek. Rabbi Yosi Omer says, Rabbi Yosi, Kol ha-mechabeid es ha-Torah. Yesterday we learned about not utilizing the Torah for one's own benefit. Today we learn almost the flip side. Our relationship should be that we should be mechabeid the Torah. What happens? Then gufay mechubad al habriyos. If you honor the Torah, then you yourself will be honored by people. Says Rabbeinu Yoina, Veizehu kavod Torah. What does it mean, kavod ha-Torah? Says Rabbeinu Yoina, Shleyaniach svarim bekarka. Firstly, you don't put a sefer on the ground. V'lo yeshev v'safsol. You don't sit on a bench. Ubekisei, or on a chair. Shem oimdim sham kenegdim b'shaveh. When there's a sefer on the same bench. V'acharid al divrei Torah. And he respects the words of Torah. U'mechabed oisa. And you honor it. And v'es olim deha. And those that learn the Torah. Shadav Yaduo. It's a known item. Be'hechrech ha'psukim. That we learn from the psukim. V'asvara shenisenes. And logic dictates. Whoever speaks positively about good people, about Torah scholars, people assume that he himself is a tzaddik. And anyone who speaks negatively about them, and someone who argues on them, who we talk about arguing on the Talmidei Chachamim, saying that what they're saying is not correct, and he doesn't see what they're saying as being favorable and meritorious. And when the bad people speak in front of the tzaddik, you say that Rasha is right. That person himself has some rishos inside of him. So Rabbeinu Yoina is teaching us, let's read one more line, and there's no doubt, with this we can evaluate the hearts of man, and now he goes to prove it. So Rabbeinu Yoina just taught us a fascinating idea. Fascinating idea. What happens when you honor the Torah? We would think, you know what happens when you honor the Torah? You honor the Torah. You did something nice. What happens when you honor a Talmid Chacham? You did something nice. What happens when a Talmid Chacham, a Rav, a Rebbe says something and you don't argue, you don't say something against it? We would think it's nice. Says Rabbeinu Yoina, no, there's something so much more of the Mishnah is teaching us. You yourself become honored by honoring the Torah. That when people see, hey, you're a person that gives the Torah the right honor. You're a person that speaks to the Rebbe nicely, that doesn't speak negatively, that doesn't side with those who argue with the Torah. What happens is then you become a person that people want to honor. And if you think about it, there's no greater thing that one wants than he himself to be honored. Everyone's chasing after kavod, right? So you know you get kavod? By honoring that which is correct, by honoring the Torah and those that learn it. And the Mishnah, Rabbeinu Yoina proves this. He says, this is a pasuk, Shalom Yishlanu al Shalom al Shalom Amru Shalom HaMelech, the wise of all men, teaches us Matzrif la'kesef v'chur lazav v'ish lafi mahaliloi, a refining pot for silver and the crucible that which melts down the gold, and a man according to his praises. Kolaimar, what does this mean? Fimashu mahalel, that which you praise, that's where you're going to be praised. So if you honor the Torah, you'll be honored as well. And there's no koyach in a person to see that. And the Mishnah continues that you yourself are honored. Min shamayim, you know what happens? You get special heavenly assistance. Siyata de shemaya sheyichabdeu apriyos, that people will honor you. Since you honor the Torah, and you do the above, Hashem says, you're a person that honors the Torah. You're a person that honors Talmidei Chachamim. I'm going to give special help that people should look at you in the favorable light and honor you. And what's the flip side of Chufeyam Amru? Kol mechalel es ha-Torah, gufay mechulal al habriyos. He's disgraced by the people. Yisrael Elu, More than all of this, someone who's megala, he speaks disparagingly, he speaks opposing the Torah. There's nothing worse. Sometimes we wonder, what's the big deal? So I didn't listen to the Rebbe. What's the big deal? So he said A and I said B. Or what's the big deal? Someone disagreed and I sided or I agreed with his disagreements. By doing that, it's not something personal. It's true, on a personal Bein Adam L'Chaveirei level, you also should be nice to a Talmid Chacham. But that's not the reason why it's such a big deal. Because a Rebbe, a Rav, a teacher, a Talmid Chacham, when you argue with him, what are you arguing with? You are arguing with the Torah itself, and that's what it means. Then you yourself becomes a person that's not honored. And the truth is, you see this in the world. You wonder why such a person, never made it. And then you find out, he doesn't speak nicely about the Rav and the this and the that. So we have to try to focus the opposite by giving the ultimate kavod, honor to the Torah, and thereby receiving the kavod, the honor ourselves.